Imagine this. You're a hunter, 40,000 years ago. You see a woolly mammoth. It weighs 6 tons. It has tusks that could pierce your body. You need to kill it for your tribe to eat for months. Your only weapon, a spear. A stick with a sharp point. But here's the problem. To kill a mammoth, you have to get close. Really close. Close enough that it can impale you with its tusks. Close enough that its trunk can crush your skull. Most hunters die trying. Then someone invented something revolutionary. A device that changed everything. It's called the Atlatl, the spear thrower. And it's the reason humans became apex predators. This is episode 2 of Prehistoric Inventions, ranked. And the spear thrower is number 2. The problem? Let's understand the stakes first. Before the spear thrower, hunting was suicide. A human can throw something about 20 to 30 feet with accuracy. Beyond that, you're guessing. And when you miss a charging saber-toothed cat, you're dead. Even if you hit it, a hand-thrown spear doesn't have enough force. Predators are strong. They shrug off wounds. They keep coming. So hunts worked like this. A group of humans would chase prey until it was exhausted. Then they'd surround it. Multiple hunters would attack at once. Some would die. Some would be injured. But eventually, the prey would fall. This was hunting before the spear thrower. Brutal, dangerous, high casualty rates, and it's inefficient. You need a huge group to hunt anything large. You burn calories to chase prey for hours. Many hunters die or get crippled. The reward barely justifies the cost. For most of human history, hunting was a desperate last resort. You ate plants and scavenged dead animals when you could. Actual hunting was too dangerous. Then came the spear thrower, and everything changed. The invention, the spear thrower, or Atlatl, is simple. Deceptively simple. It's a stick, about 2 feet long, with a hook at the end. You attach your spear to the hook, then you throw the stick like you're cracking a whip. That's it. But the physics are genius. Here's why it works. First, mechanical advantage. When you throw a spear by hand, your arm is the lever. Your shoulder is the fulcrum. You get maybe 3 to 4 feet of leverage. With the spear thrower, you extend your arm by 2 more feet. Now your leverage is 5 to 6 feet. This multiplies the force exponentially. A hand-thrown spear travels at maybe 25 to 30 miles per hour. A spear thrower accelerates the spear to 60 to 90 miles per hour. That's triple the velocity. And force equals mass times velocity squared. Triple the velocity, 9 times the force. That's the difference between bouncing off armor and punching through flesh. Second, distance. A hand-thrown spear is accurate to maybe 30 feet. A spear thrower extends your range to 100 plus feet. And with practice, you can be accurate at those distances. This means you can hunt from safety. You don't have to get close. You don't have to risk yourself. Third, penetration. All that extra force means your spear goes deeper. It pierces hide and bone. It hits vital organs. Prey dies faster. Less suffering. Less risk of retaliation. Fourth, repeat. You can carry multiple spear thrower darts. Multiple shots. Miss once. Try again. 5 times. 10 times if needed. Hand-thrown spears. You carry maybe 2 to 3 miss, and you're in hand-to-hand combat. Spear thrower. You're raining projectiles from a distance. The earliest spear throwers we've found are from Australia, dating back 23,000 years, but they likely existed earlier. And once invented, they spread globally. Every human culture independently developed similar devices. That's not coincidence. That's necessity. The spear thrower solved a critical problem. The revolution. Here's what changed when humans got the spear thrower. First, hunting success rates skyrocketed. Archaeological evidence shows a dramatic increase in large animal kills after spear thrower adoption. Mammoths, giant sloths, bison, all hunted to near extinction in some regions. Before the spear thrower, humans were scavengers who occasionally hunted. After we were apex hunters, we could kill anything. Second, smaller hunting groups. Before, you needed 10 to 15 hunters to bring down large prey. With spear throwers, 3 to 4 hunters could do it. This freed up people for other tasks. Gathering, making tools, creating art. Population grew because more people could specialize in non-hunting tasks. Second, nutritional revolution. Reliable hunting meant reliable protein. Your diet shifted from 70% plants, 30% meat, to 50-50, sometimes even more meat. Protein builds muscle, protein builds brain tissue. Better nutrition meant stronger bodies and bigger brains. This is crucial. The spear thrower enabled nutritional abundance, which enabled further human development. Third, predator advantage. Before spear throwers, apex predators were lions, saber-tooth, cats, Janus. They could hunt better than us. After humans became the apex predator, we could kill prey from distance, with minimal risk. Predators had to close distance to attack. We had range advantage. We dominated. For the first time in 3 million years of human existence, we weren't hunted. We were the hunters. This psychological shift is enormous. You're no longer prey. You're apex. You're powerful. Fourth, war. The spear thrower was a weapon. A devastating one. 2 tribes competing for territory. Before spear throwers, warfare was chaotic, melee fighting. Everyone died. With spear throwers, you could rain projectiles on enemies from a distance. Tactics became possible. Strategy, organized warfare. Tribes with spear throwers conquered tribes without them. This created selection pressure for the technology. Within a few thousand years, every human group had them. Fifth, enabled migration in harsh environments. Tundras, deserts, ice ages. You need reliable food sources. Hunting with spear throwers meant you could hunt in these regions. Mammoths on the ice. Killable. Desert prey. Killable. Humans spread into every harsh climate on Earth, all enabled by reliable hunting technology. Archaeological evidence shows human expansion into new territories correlates directly with spear thrower adoption. The technology enabled global human dominance. The evidence. How do we know the spear thrower had this impact? Archaeological evidence. We found actual spear throwers and spear darts in archaeological sites. Australia, 23,000 years old. Europe, 30,000 plus years old. Some evidence suggests even earlier use. We've found kill sites with mammoth skeletons clustered together, evidence of large-scale coordinated hunts that would be impossible without ranged weapons. Skeletal evidence. Pre-spear thrower, humans show more injuries. Broken bones, healed trauma, evidence of close combat injuries. Post-spear thrower humans show fewer injuries, less physical trauma, longer lifespans. Better health overall. Faunal evidence. After spear thrower adoption, large animal extinction rates spike. Mammoths, giant ground sloths, cave bears, all hunted intensively. Before spear throwers, these animals coexisted with humans for thousands of years. After extinction within a few centuries in some regions, this shows the technology had a massive impact on prey populations. Only a game-changing hunting advantage explains this pattern. Genetic evidence. Human populations that adopted spear throwers earlier show genetic markers of rapid population growth. More children surviving to adulthood, better nutrition, improving reproductive success. Post-spear thrower populations expanded 5 to 10 times faster than pre-spear thrower populations. That's the fingerprint of a revolutionary technology. Why IT's number 2, not number 1? So why is the spear thrower ranked number 2 instead of number 1? Because it's dependent on fire. Remember, you can't make sharp spear points without heat. You can't harden wood properly without fire. You can't cook the meat you hunt without fire. The spear thrower is incredible, it's transformative, but it sits on top of fire technology. If you take away fire, the spear thrower becomes less effective. Dull points, weak shafts. Raw meat you can't digest properly. But fire stands alone. Fire works without the spear thrower. You don't need to hunt large game to benefit from fire. You can cook plants, you can stay warm, you can protect yourself from predators. Fire is foundational. The spear thrower is revolutionary, but it's built on that foundation. That's why fire is number 1. But in terms of impact on human dominance, in terms of making us the apex predator, the spear thrower might be equal to fire. They're the one to punch that made us unstoppable. The legacy, the spear thrower's legacy is everywhere. The bow and arrow, it's just a more efficient spear thrower. Same principle. Mechanical advantage, distance, accuracy, firearms. Same principle. Projectile launched from distance with force and accuracy. Even modern military strategy traces back to the spear thrower. Strike from a distance, maintain tactical advantage, minimize risk to your own forces. The spear thrower taught humans something crucial. You don't need to fight close, you can dominate from a distance. This principle shaped warfare for 30,000 years, and it's still central to how we fight today. Teaser for next episode. So we've ranked number 1, fire. Number 2, the spear thrower. Next episode, the bone needle. Why something smaller than your finger was crucial for human survival. You think the spear thrower made us apex predators? Wait until you see what the bone needle did. It conquered entire continents. It enabled ice ages. It created fashion. The bone needle is episode 3. Don't miss it. Subscribe so you don't miss the rest of the ranking. What do you think should rank higher, fire or the spear thrower? And what invention do you think will rank number 3? Drop your predictions in the comments. And subscribe to see the full ranking of humanity's most important inventions.